Welcome to the Realms. We are back after a week of not being on the air, and hopefully we won't have to do that very much. But we are back, and our story shall continue this evening. Couple of announcements before we get started and before we do introductions. We went to above 250. There's someone every week. It's usually me, though.
It's so funny because I just got done saying.
I know, and
all my devices' sound is off.
Yeah, we're still working on
like a subtle
getting
hint to the table.
professional. We apologize.
We're professional.
Now we're returning to our regular scheduled programming. We hit 250 followers on Twitch.
Woo!
We're actually at like 255 now, I think.
Yeah.
Like that.
Give me some confetti.
So we are giving away Aeronautica, and so check it out. It's like a $90-$100 game, and if you want to qualify to win this game, which we are giving away on KNN next Tuesday,
free of charge,
you need to go to the website chaoticnight.com and either subscribe, which will send us an email with your information, or just send an email directly to Denoctum at chaoticnight.com. And we will get you added to that list. We don't have to subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. We want you to subscribe, but you don't have to subscribe at Twitch anymore to qualify for our free drawings.
Right.
So,
but we do need your
contact
contact info so that if you win, we can contact you.
We don't like doing a contest and giving something away and somebody wins and we don't know where to send it. And that's happened a couple of times, and we don't like that because we want to give the stuff away and really kind of give back to you guys for all that you do for us. So
we got a bunch of giveaways coming up. We got all the RPG out of the box.
Yeah.
What is it?
Games.
Dungeons and Dragons.
The D&D starter. We got the Shadowrun starter.
Starfinder.
Starfinder was done too.
So yeah, we got
in the order I listed
3.
So in order to qualify for any and all future giveaways, you will need to go ahead and go to the website and do that. chaoticnight.com. Again, if you subscribe on the website, there's a little form you fill out, and we'll get all the information. Otherwise, email Denoctum with your info at chaoticnight.com.
We need like a catchy jingle for the
we gotta get something
website
chaotic,
to get it right in
chaotic with
brainworms.
Night without. No,
No,
didn't work.
No.
The A for
Wow.
effort.
That was
No, I don't even know if that's an A for effort. Okay. Check out on.
He doesn't see we got a guy.
I got a guy
login.
chatting, and I'm gonna look right now. Stranger828. That makes me nervous. Stranger danger in the house. Chaoticnight.com. I'm gonna tell you where to go because I know that it's there.
Oh, he's gonna tell you where to go.
So there is a link at the top that says more, and I'm gonna get this fixed because I didn't realize it did this. But under more, there is contact. That's what I was trying to tell you when we were doing our show yesterday.
Got it.
There is the contact email right there. And then right below, and actually it says be the first to know at the bottom of the page. And that's actually at the bottom of every single page on the website.
Yep.
If you just drop your email right there, it puts you in our system, and it opens up and asks you for a little bit more information so we can get a hold of you. But if we have your email, we can at least email you and say, "Hey, you won! Now give us all your infos." But that we won't do that unless you win. So,
right.
But the contact email's on that page, and unfortunately, thank you, Stranger, for bringing it up. More, it's under the more tab because I guess we've run out of space across the top of our page, and that's why it's doing that. So It's under more and then contact, and all the information is there. So that's good to know. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm glad we could do that and get that information out to everybody. So,
and guys, if you're just tuning in, we hit a goal. We're doing a giveaway, and
we're giving all sorts of stuff away, but we're starting with that.
We're starting with
Aeronautica goes out Tuesday. It's the first. Well, it's actually our second big giveaway.
Yep.
And then we've got a bunch to follow, and we're actually going to start doing giveaways probably on a monthly basis, and we'll have big giveaways at our next one. We said we'll set is 500.
500.
500, and then we'll go to 1,000, and we'll do some big giveaways. So if you're here for the free stuff, you have come to the right place. Check it out, chaoticnight.com, under the contact, under the more link at the top, and it drops down to contact, and shoot me an email at Denoctum, or click on that subscribe and just put your email in, and that's all you got to do. It's super easy, and you win free stuff. Other than that,
free stuff?
we've got get the gray out.
Introductions.
I know we're going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about you guys' hair.
Prime. Yeah.
or mine. It's cool. I'm not allowed to get the gray out.
not
Primed and
doing
ready.
talking.
2 o'clock to 5 o'clock every day, chatting.
Tuesday through
Friday. Not every day, not Monday. We don't do it on Mondays.
Not Monday
Tuesday through
or the
Friday
weekend.
or the weekends, but Tuesday through Friday, 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Check it out. It's really cool. All things gaming is being discussed, and you get to see Chaos and a guest, usually multiple guests, actually, usually in the day.
Master painter.
Painting some stuff up, and it is really cool. There's some cool techniques and stuff. He taught me almost
Master of the Seven
everything
Brush
I know, so go check it out.
And building stuff. Painting
And
and
building.
building.
Yeah,
Building
Fridays are
some-
usually building.
Oh, you're building.
Tuesday,
Oh,
Wednesday,
the
Thursday,
building
I'm usually
models.
painting. Friday, I'm usually building.
So if you're in Wargaming Minis, 2, 3.
So we're talking all kinds of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
talk
Random
role-playing
coffee talk,
games and
but
everything,
Shadowrun
so.
comes up a lot lately.
It is super sweet.
Should we tell Ghostykins that we're not using your email for anything else other than to send your free stuff?
Right.
Your precious
we
info.
don't want your precious infos. For anything
Just to
other
send
than
you the free
give
stuff.
We just want to be able to
stuff.
contact you if you win.
Yeah,
so we can
that's
get your
why we're
address.
sending it to my email there, because it doesn't go to the company email or anything like that. It's just so I can make a list, and when we do drawings, once you've subscribed, you are in for all the drawings for the free stuff.
And you're looking at the head
Um,
honcho, so
Yeah, and we want to make sure we just have that info because, like I said, our biggest deal is taking a name out of the hat and not knowing how to get a hold of you, and you never contact us, and we can't give you free stuff. That makes me mad inside. So if we're going to give free stuff, I want to give away the free stuff. So that's what it's for. We do not use your information for any purpose other than to give you free stuff.
we're not that big.
Yeah, we're
Let's face it.
okay. Fine. We're not that big.
Wow.
It's the hard truth.
What
I
a
gotta
downer.
tell it like it is.
It's a head honcho, and he just kicked me where it makes sense. Ow!
We're getting bigger though. We got.
All right, introductions. I am Denoctum. We are here with the Realms this evening. I'm going to get back on pace. Introduce.
I'm Chaos. I'm playing Micah, the cleric of Cayden, the best of all the Pathfinder gods.
That's a fair assumption.
I'm Riker. I'm playing a rogue. Human.
A rogue cleric of Cayden.
He's not a Cayden yet. He hasn't committed fully.
What?
He's
I
drank
thought
the
he- yeah,
beer.
He's fully committed.
Oh, drinking the beer is all it takes to get.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Cayden's
cool.
the god of ale. Have a glass.
Exactly.
I'm Hurricane Katrina. I play a chameleon gnome named Rash Tukes. Tukes for short.
And I'm Matt Fellman, aka Baddox Ash. I'll be playing Calendula, the alchemist, elven alchemist.
Do you know who you're playing?
Yes, elven alchemist. I wasn't sure which should come first in that order, but I got it. I'm down. So yes, the elven alchemist with a mysterious past.
Which will make it a little bit more revealed this
I
evening.
don't know if I have enough sleep to handle you today.
I just like Todd's reaction more. When I'm being weird.
All right, that is all for around the table, and we shall begin. In the crypt of the Church of Cayden, we find our brave adventurers confronted with a ghastly sight. Having researched and overcome the crypt of the Church of the Rose and met with the Maiden of the Roses herself once again, they find themselves at a loss to know who to follow and which road to take. As they return to the Church of Cayden to find clarity from a man they trusted but now must question, they see that very man lying before them in a pool of blood, reaching out and whispering guttural noises. He lays at the feet of the statue of Cayden in a dire situation as our adventurers approach.
I remained upstairs with the two
So,
subjects.
as are some of our adventurers.
Most of the adventurers. Just
You were heading straight in.
Yeah,
I was sneaking in.
I'm running right up to him.
So one little thing that we didn't really get to address last time was how I actually have a psychic connection with my familiar cat,
I know.
and how we can actually talk to each other. So the cat telepathically, yes. So that's
I'm
a
not
thing.
sure why you'd want to do that with a cat, but to each their own.
We're gonna get.
With a raven, that's cool.
Yeah.
With a cat, you're crossing a line for me.
The cat was in the crypts, right?
Yes.
He was
Yes.
here the whole time. He or she?
She.
She. Okay.
So We were looking for the cat, right?
And I think you were looking for Cayden.
Okay.
Well, they were looking
I
for
was
Cayden.
right.
I think she
You
was
had-
looking for the cat.
You had
Yes.
some suspicions of what was going on.
Yes.
Of
She could
his
sense the cat was in the
dealings.
catacomb, I thought.
Yes.
And that's what led you guys down there.
Yep.
Yes.
And we found Creighton.
And that is who we see as Cayden laying.
Still rushing to Creighton. Don't know really how far away he is. I'm
You
taking
ready?
you a while to get there.
Hands up his hand.
It's like a dream where you're trying really hard to get there.
Yeah, I run over to him and I grab his hand.
Come.
Like, is he bleeding out?
He is bleeding out, and what you notice as you look at his wounds is that there is a green, pungent ooze coming from each and every wound, and it smells.
Are they bite marks or are
They are
slash
not
marks?
bite marks. You cannot tell if they're they are punctures.
Oh.
But if he got bit by something, it's awful big.
Do I recognize
Oh.
the ooze?
You do not recognize it. You can roll, but I'm going to tell you don't.
I'm gonna try to heal him.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go through and grab my holy symbol and pray to Cayden to heal this faithful follower. So I'm gonna use 2 actions.
Okay.
I'm remaining in the shadows, observing.
Yes.
I can't identify my dice today. I'll heal him for 12.
So he looks a little better, but his wounds still ooze blood and the green stuff as well. Do not waste your energy. My wounds are most likely fatal. I have something I need to tell you.
What is it?
I should have spoken to you about this long ago, but the time has now cut us short, and I must speak. I give you now a new mission and directive. He takes his other hand, and he pulls out a ring. There's 2 rings in his hand. He takes the one ring from one, and he hands it to you.
Okay.
Take this. You are now inducted into the Order. Your mission is to protect Corbin at all costs. This is your sole mission, and nothing should sway you from it. Teach him patience. Teach him control. Care for him and watch for him, and let no harm befall him. Madame Tukes, this ring is for you. Granted by Duke Kingsman, as you are his sole remaining survivor in his kingdom, which was burned to ash by the demon raid. Your mission is the same. Protect Corbin. You will know more later. Where is Cal? And he starts to choke and blood trickles down his mouth.
I yell up, Cal, get down here!
I get up. What about these 2?
Get down here now!
I look at them.
He takes a look when he looks at you, and there is just a flash of, it's not hatred, but it's extreme dislike still. And he gestures you over.
As I'm going down the stairs, I look to the 2 and say, if you move, they will.
Oh, that's right.
If you move from this spot, they won't be able to find enough of you to recognize who you
They have
are.
their hands down. They're actually looking down at Creighton, and they're the concern locks them in place.
And I leave Corvina here to
Okay.
watch them. She flutters up and lands on one of the rafters above and watches them. And I go, I will know if you move from this spot.
They don't look like they're going to move. Their eyes are locked on Creighton. They have serious concern.
All right, I go
We're
downstairs.
down in this.
Yeah, they're
You're
down.
You don't see them. I'm telling you.
Okay. I go downstairs and run up. What?
Okay.
What? Oh, dear.
Oh, I thought you took them down the stairs. I
No, we
apologize.
stayed. We were sitting up in the pew.
That's where. Okay, I thought he came downstairs and he made them
No,
look at the
no,
base of
They
the
were in the
stairs.
sanctuary.
They don't look at Creighton with concern because
Okay.
they can't see him.
They can't see it.
Okay.
So I go downstairs
Okay.
and I run up and go, oh dear. What is that? Green stuff.
Cal, listen. I apologize. Green stuff. Awesome. He coughs. Take this lesson. Do not be quick to judge, as I have been quick to judge. Be quick to forgive. for all that is holy in Cayden. These mistakes that I have made, do not repeat them. Your daughter is alive. He
Right,
reaches
who
into
did
his
this to
pocket
you?
and he hands you a necklace. And you know it to be hers. Join together with them to protect him.
Who did this?
A dark power, a dark energy.
Well, this
And it is
conversation.
sapping my will to live, and I will not make it. You have been christened into the order. Seek
What
those that find you. And he whispers and he starts to fade. Remember the mission.
Where's
Seems
Corbin?
to leave. Life force has gone out of him.
I was watching to see if anyone snuck up while everyone else is paying attention.
You can roll.
While this conversation is going on, like while we were waiting for him to come down the stairs, I'm gonna cast Read Aura, which is a cantrip. Just
13.
like I don't know anything else to do. Will that tell me anything?
He's dead.
So
no
is there a
aura.
Where's my
magical
supply?
before he died? So
No.
it was while
There's no magic.
there's no
There's
magic.
magic throughout this room,
Okay.
but it's
Like
nothing
not on
that's
his
amiss of
body.
you.
That
Not on
is
his
no
body.
wounds. Or,
No. Well, he's got a couple of magic items on his body. Yes.
okay, that's not what I'm looking for.
Like this
but-
great image as he
The
calls
rings
you
that you
over.
have
It's like,
are both
Friday
magical.
night, just punches you in
The
face.
necklace that Cal has is also magical. What'd you roll?
13.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
There is an evil taint that you can see
I'll
magically. There is an evil taint you can see. This is why I think they don't do chat in other shows, because it's all distracting.
I move down.
Remember who you are. He does not turn into a lion.
I move down to inspect the body,
Mhm.
and I pull forth a vial and scrape in some of the goo,
I figured you would. There's not a problem.
cork it, pocket it. What did he say before I came down here?
He said we have a really important mission
What was the mission?
to. Are you gonna tell him?
I'm sorry, what?
We're protecting somebody.
Your daughter's alive?
Apparently,
There was a question of that? You thought she was dead?
I had assumed she was dead all these years.
Remind me how you told us. I know you told me that she
What's
was
the ring
dead,
look like?
but remind me
The
how
ring
she
looks
died.
exactly like the ring that you saw
There was
on
some
Ezra's hand.
hooded figures in
I
the
don't remember
woods
that.
when we
Oh,
were
That's
Describe it in
800
just a
years
second.
ago.
2 weeks. It's long.
Same difference.
when we were in the woods collecting herbs and spices for brews. We
League with a goblin.
we were waylaid by a group of hooded figures that basically in the fight one of them was a spellcaster and a shot went off of some exploding fire, and I saw the area where she was blow up, where she was struggling with some of the figures. I had assumed she was dead. I spent all these years trying to solve the mystery of well, not the mystery, trying to solve the ultimate mystery. Who are we protecting?
I come out of the shadows and say, he chose them to protect Corbin at all costs.
Where's Corbin?
I don't know.
Didn't see him down here.
Well, then we're already not doing well on this mission.
I chose them to do it.
Are you feeling left out, sir?
No. Just saying.
I wasn't given that mission.
Yes, but your daughter is alive, and that has a direct correlation with Corbin from the past that you've described to us before.
I meant to forgive, apparently.
What do you have to forgive Corbin for?
Not Corbin. Just the anger that I felt inside for my daughter's death. I suppose we should find Corbin then. Did you find your cat?
Should we give him?
Yeah.
Take him
I
up.
mean, we're
Where'd she go?
in the catacombs already.
But
She's
I
with you.
think he needs a
That's
proper
your
burial.
legs.
Yes.
Okay.
You will. I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Yep.
And
You sense that the ring you hold is magical. The ring she holds is magical. The necklace he holds is magical.
Well, the necklace is tucked away in my... But yeah.
He still senses the
You
magic.
see the magic.
Well, there's magic in his
it's a
pocket.
pulse, yeah.
And
Anything else?
there is Corbin's breastplate is magical. You see that?
Where is that?
It's on his body.
Not Corbin.
I'm sorry. Crichton's
Crichton's
breastplate is
breastplate.
magical.
Corbin's
not
body.
in the
We
room.
failed.
You got too many C names.
And we suck at this.
Crichton starts with C. Corbin starts with K. Bad news.
So while I still have read aura going, looking at the ring, what do I know?
So as you look at the ring, it is a good magic.
Okay.
It is a strong magic, though you sense that it could be much stronger. On the ring is imprinted the rose that you saw on the ring that Ezra wore.
Interesting.
I think you're the one that actually saw that ring.
I think I also know the school of magic.
Makes sense. She's closer to Ezra than the rest of us.
Does that sound right? Read aura
What's
tells
that?
me I think read aura-
Abjuration.
Abjuration. Interesting. Do you,
So the
may I?
breastplate?
Is also magical. Abjuration.
I'm gonna look for his holy symbol.
Yes. It's around his neck.
Okay. I'm gonna.
It doesn't look like they looted the body.
I'm
They
taking his
just
holy symbol.
Okay.
Use my mentor, and I'm gonna take his holy symbol,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna take my holy symbol and give it to him.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I look at your ring? What do I know about this ring?
exactly the same.
Exactly.
It looks
They look
exactly
the same. They're the same thing.
With the
There's
rose
there's
on it.
some enchantment on it.
Yep, they have the
There's
rose on
this,
it.
yeah. There's something with it.
Out of a hunch,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna run upstairs. Just gut feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow
There's
him up.
two guys standing there.
I recognize them.
You brought them here.
I put the ring on.
What's happening? What's going on?
I just run past them to the door, and I'm
Okay.
just gonna see if I see anything outside.
Roll perception.
Any movement.
I put the ring on.
You feel
26.
Okay. You do not see anything out of the ordinary. You see people coming and going on the street as if it was a normal day. You feel a sense of power surge through your hand. You're not exactly sure what it's doing.
Sure.
It's not bad, so it is not a ring of protection. I would never do anything such.
So mundane.
So predictable.
So nothing as mundane as a magic item.
Right?
Oh, I gave a lot of magic items. That's how it rolls here, but no, it's not a ring of protection.
I'm gonna pick up Crichton's body and carry it upstairs.
Okay.
I just look at the two men. Have a seat.
They sit down.
I'm gonna close the doors.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up my cat and carry it upstairs with me.
We find the cat? Was it down here?
Yeah, it was around her
Yeah.
legs.
Okay.
Went rubbing against her legs.
I didn't know I would miss you so much. Poor thing.
Me neither.
I asked her
You
what
hear in
she.
your head.
I asked her what she saw.
Me neither.
Yeah, that's.
Is that your
That's my cat voice.
empathic tele?
Meow neither. Meow neither.
Never getting a cat familiar in this game.
It's gonna be bad if you want a cat familiar. This is gonna be bad.
Did you give her familiar?
No,
Did you
no.
pick-
Kingsman did. She picked what it was.
Oh,
I said
okay.
she could have a familiar. She
Okay,
picked the
okay.
shape.
I thought that you had given her a cat familiar and then mocked her for it.
To be honest, really didn't know what to pick because I wasn't gonna go with a familiar.
Never pick a cat.
Well, here we are.
They're pretty handy. All right. So,
I changed my familiar to a tiny robot.
perhaps we
I
should.
saw nothing.
Perhaps we should find where Corbin is and see if we can get to the bottom of this. Does your familiar know anything?
She saw nothing.
She saw dark figures, completely robed and cloaked,
Humanoid.
attack him. Humanoid, yes.
Multiple.
There was 5.
5.
How'd they get out?
They disappeared.
Oh, good. Shadowy figures in the night that disappear. That's
We gotta
good.
shut that off. Maybe we should hang that tape.
So
I'm upstairs.
am I.
I come
Both
up
of
to you.
them shudder as you walk in with Crichton's body.
I
What
eye them.
happened?
I eye them with absolute hostility. Just like I blame them for this.
Did you walk by? They get on their knees and kneel.
When I notice that, I will physically put my body between them and you.
So I can't see half of them now.
Well, so hold on. Like, I understand.
I'm carrying the body still, so I don't have like any weapons out or anything.
Okay.
I'm just not happy.
Okay, let's talk about your feelings towards them. Not here in front of them. Because I think that they were manipulated.
I think we've all been manipulated. And I think had we been not out chasing them, we would have been here and been able to prevent this.
Yes.
Let's get them cleaned up. Did you figure out what the wounds
Yeah, I
are
put
from?
the body on the altar.
Okay.
Did you figure out what the wounds are from?
I'm gonna set up a little station in the back
Got science class in the church.
Nice.
and start testing the
Okay.
the green.
Yeah, I'll look over at Cal. See
ooze.
what, I see him. If I see him being all alchemical, I'm gonna wait until he's done. And
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, I'll try and inspect the wounds.
you can't understand. Do cats have a
You may.
strong
Medicine.
sense of smell? Can they?
Yeah.
Can it track
13
these people?
There is something dark about whatever's in these wounds.
Was it made?
Is there anything
can't
I
tell
can
what it
do
was
to
made
help you?
from.
No.
Well, let me get my initial. Do you have nature abilities? Do you know of plants and herbs and such?
I know a little bit about nature.
Can she assist? What's the assist policy? And
It's
There's
more
a-
of
there's a rule
I'm
for
not
it.
really going for assist as much as just, is there anything
you
I
can
do
assist
to
me.
help?
You can be my lab assistant.
Brow.
Mm.
Down his brow.
Nat 20.
Okay.
High five,
Nice.
yo.
What is your
job.
arcane?
Arcane is 7. So
Roll that too.
Oh.
So on top of your 20, you take note that this poison is extremely destructive. It prevents healing.
mm,
It is a healing preventative. And there is something dark behind it. Darker than, yeah, it's poison. Okay, cool. I got that. I
Right.
nailed it.
I've seen that
I
a
know
bazillion
everything
times.
about this green stuff, but there is a deeper darkness to whatever this poison is.
are you well versed in the Arcana?
I am decently versed in Arcana.
Okay. Can you assist me on this? Because
Yeah.
I am
Let's
as
do it.
well, but I have no actual physical touch with the Arcana.
I've got a 14 for you.
I got a 18 plus 7. So
14 works. I forgot how these rules.
The aura that you sense behind this green, liquidy preventative is demonic in nature. Extremely dark.
do these come from like a venom from
No.
fangs or
You know that it is just a poison that has been created by, on the demonic side of magic. It permeates with magic.
so
Which you sensed, but it was dark, but you didn't ask any more about it.
So I know it's a topical cream or topical poison that's applied to usually a weapon and then
You're actually not
administered.
sure how it's applied. It
What kind of
is
character are you? A sorceress or a
something
druid?
that it is.
Sorceress.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay. So I'll report my findings. So this is, as I hold it up, pretty nasty stuff. Apparently, it's demonic in nature. There is something very sinister about this poison. It's not typical. It's enriched with magical essence, demonic magical essence that basically makes this sort of a blocker to healing abilities like spells or such potions that would help heal a person.
Who would use such things?
Well, it's demonic in nature, so demons,
Someone who worships demons.
demon worshippers.
People hiding
Demon
within the
worshippers.
court.
Yep. That would certainly be my estimation. It would go along with that, but that's just a guess at this point. So
I clarified with the cat. There were 5 beings, and then they just disappeared. They didn't walk away somewhere.
Yes.
So, do I think I could replicate this poison?
You may attempt to do so.
Not now, but
You always think you can replicate.
right. I'll save that for
Did
later.
Corbin have a room here?
Yes.
His room was torn apart.
You guys checked all the rooms last time. They were all
Yeah.
pretty tossed.
And the catacombs aren't very big, or
No.
Okay.
In this church, they are not very big. And you're pretty sure you're familiar with the layout, and there wasn't a lot else
There's
down
no-
there. There's
no
no,
sign- no
secrets
sign of
that you
Corbin.
know of. There was no. He did a search. He didn't see anything.
I'm gonna go check his room one more time, see if I can find an indication of possibly where he may have gone.
Okay, would I know where he might have gone?
You have some guesses, but just from what you knew of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you would have guesses. You don't
I
know.
don't like how you're
where he's
speaking in
going.
past tense about him.
You have guesses of where he might be.
Roll. Is it?
Yeah.
So these
As you search
rings
his room, yes.
that he gave us, Ezra had the same one.
I'm wearing it already.
Yeah.
24.
His room's pretty tossed. You
I don't know
see
if you
that they
noticed
took anything out of
Ezra's
place, but there's nothing that stands out to you, and
Don't
you're
know what
fairly
now?
confident
I
that
don't know if
there's
you-
nothing here that is
Then
going
he
to
had,
lead you
had
anywhere.
a rose ring.
I'll
I
detect
remember.
magic just in case.
They're
There are a
exactly
couple
the same.
magical items, but it's a dagger. It's magical on the dresser.
I don't know what this
and,
order that he was speaking
there
of
is
either.
a magic. What's permeating magic as a stone in one of the drawers.
And that was demon, not devil, correct?
Demon.
Okay.
Was that the dagger that was his daughter's?
Not that you know, it looks different than the one he carries.
Okay. How normally I would take those things.
Okay.
I will not do that here in the church.
Okay. Phew, he's converted. Wow.
Changed man.
He's all about the church now.
No,
He said
just
that
respect.
he said that my land is burned to ash.
I
Well,
think he did, yeah.
Kingsman's, but you are now what? Your lands?
That's what he said. He said the land that Kingsman and I are from are burned to ash.
What land are you from?
Copperwood.
Copperwood.
Do I know where that is?
No, you do not.
Is that far?
About a day from here, right?
Yeah, you know where it is. You know where it is very well.
Um,
Yeah, it's not very far.
We need to find Corbin.
it's within traveling distance.
If for nothing else, and let him know what's happened here.
By the way, I went through his room again. I have no idea what they're looking for. They even left magic items behind. There was a dagger and a stone still there. I mean, normally. Okay, I'll show you.
We go look at these things.
It shows you the dagger is overtly ornate. In nature, it's shorter than a short sword, but longer than what a normal dagger would be. And it's just left in its sheath. It's got a couple of gems in it.
Unsheath it and make sure there's no green stuff on it. Okay.
And then there was a stone there.
The stone is black in nature. You're not sure it's magical. You're not sure what it does.
Okay.
Because your detect magic isn't like theirs, right?
No, it's the same.
It's exactly the same.
Detect magic,
Yep.
detect magic.
So
Do we all have the ability to detect magic?
Probably.
Every single character at the table has that cantrip.
Yes.
Nice.
Magic will not escape us.
As this conversation is happening, my skin is involuntarily changing from the earthy brown that it was to a deep blue to sort of reflect the fear and grief that I'm having.
But they didn't take anything. I can't find it. But it looks like it looks ruffled.
Whatever
But
they
nothing's
took
taken.
is something that wouldn't be obvious. Or what they were looking for wasn't here. It looks like the room was tossed, not like a fight happened even.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I have a few ideas where Corbin may be. If he doesn't know what's going on here, we should see if we can find him. I don't know what to do with those two.
Roll perception again. I mean, you can all do it, but probably more for Riker, because he's probably dealt with this kind of thing before.
This time 14.
Okay. Yeah, the rooms just look tossed.
Oh.
17.
I don't notice anything.
Yeah, the rooms look
I'm not
tossed.
actually looking around, so I'm not going to.
That's fine.
What do we do with these two?
They look up in surprise. We can stay and watch the body.
I'm sorry.
I look to you.
I look to you. This is the men who killed your liege.
We don't need both of them. I could certainly dissolve one of them with acid.
Crichton's last words.
I'm like looking at you like so intently as to not look at him.
Crichton's last words to us, to you, were to not be so quick to judge and to be more quick to forgive.
Oh, I can forgive one of them.
I really
Pretty sure that was aimed at him.
I really think that in these foolish men's attempt to belong to your church, they blindly followed the instructions of who they thought was the leader. And terrible, terrible life choices. You should have a better brain than that. But I don't think that they were trying to be harmful.
Madam, they murdered your
They were a tool. They are tools. They were the tools of instrument in murder. Someone else is responsible for that.
So at very
Do
least
you blame the vials that hold your toxins when
If
they
they're gonna-
explode?
If we're gonna go find Corbin, maybe part of their redemption is for them to watch over his body.
Do you blame the sword or the man who wields it?
I blame people who are used as weapons in the name of somebody else. Yes. If very least, we should take them to the constables, the
City guard.
City guard, to be held for further questioning.
Their stupidity shouldn't go completely unjudged.
I can't blame simple tools, but I can blame
How are they reacting?
the people.
They're just like looking at, they're not saying anything. They're just like, why are we having this conversation? And they're looking a little scared, a little perturbed. They think he might be a little off his rocker.
Well, they're not wrong.
Well,
Handing him over to the city guard is probably the right course of action. But what you say begs a bigger question. They claim to follow Crichton's orders. Crichton's now dead and can't refute that. We're following Crichton's orders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as Crichton's body lies before us and is yet unchanged, I think that we can safely assume that we're following the actual orders of Crichton.
What if they were too?
Or who they thought was Crichton.
That is a possibility.
I'm actually going to walk away from this conversation
I-
because it's triggering me pretty bad, so I'm gonna walk out.
Okay.
I leave Corvina there to watch.
We can watch the body. We don't want to be burned with acid.
You don't get to stay and watch the bodies because clearly you have crappy judgment.
They look a little humbled when they sit down.
If you choose to kill a man, you still made that choice, whether someone told you to do it or not.
Well, that goes for all of us, for any time.
But none of us at this table are innocent of killing someone. For the right reason or the wrong reason.
Never claimed otherwise. I just wonder if we want to be on a path set by someone who
I agree.
may have murdered your liege.
But why? I mean, why was he murdered?
I think the answers lie there, and I look back at the body.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be another way to find out.
I could cut him up, but that'd be about it.
I'm not there, so.
Don't look happy.
Hi.
Can't find it. Oh no, it's up to you guys. I think we need to put either get him prepared to be laid to rest, or we need to find Corbin.
We need to do all three of these. So these men need to go to jail. His body needs to be put to rest, and we need to find Corbin. We need to find answers. We're not following any mission yet, but we can think objectively in the meantime, which is this man is missing, and he plays a part in this. We need to find him. Clearly.
Yes, I agree. Corbin needs to be a priority.
I grab them.
I know some of his hangouts.
Yes.
Let's you and I go to the first one. On the way, we'll find some guard to send back here to collect these two, if you want to wait with them.
Yes. I don't think they're going anywhere.
Well, the murder of the priest of Cayden for the city needs to be reported.
It does. No, I mean, I don't think that they're going to try to arm themselves against me.
I
Is
don't
what I
think
meant.
so either.
Yeah.
And I look at them and I'm like, I don't think so either.
I was getting ready to grab them, but I'll back off. Okay.
Let me gather my shield and sword.
I'll wait for you at the door.
I'm leaning on a fence post out front, eating an apple. I watch as these two eventually come out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So what have we decided?
City guard, Corbin.
A wise choice.
Do you want to stay here with the mistress?
Is Tukes here still?
She's still inside.
He looks around.
Or do you wish to follow us?
No, I will remain with Mistress Tukes and help her with these two. So
They'll be arrested and dealt with.
and then when the city guard come, where will you be? Should we join you at some point, or
Where's like the closest spot, like that Corbin would be? Like, what you said? There's a couple places I could think of.
There was a restaurant. It was not an inn because he doesn't like to drink. That he frequented quite often. There's open what you might consider a park with just a grass field. It doesn't have like toys or anything that he would also walk through quite often.
Okay, which one's closer?
The park is closer.
Okay. So I'll give him the name of the restaurant because we'll go check
Okay.
the park,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll head to the restaurant. Hopefully they'll catch up with us there.
Okay.
all right, we'll see you there.
And you have the guy. You have the guys?
No,
you left them
no,
at the church.
church.
Sorry.
And I'm gonna try to find some city guards, which shouldn't be too hard to do.
Yeah, they're right on the road.
I'll walk back in. Walk up behind. They're sitting in the pews again.
Yes, they haven't moved.
So it's to be acid then. And I give you a grin.
Well, if that's what you've decided.
Which one of you would like to come with me?
You'd be like, they said they were going to turn us into the guards.
I'm very persuasive.
Mistress, you can't let them do this. Not to us. And the other one...
Unless you have something more you could share with me to prove your worth over the other.
There's nothing to share. We've given you all the information we have.
All right. I've always been partial to blondes, so maybe the other one, the dark-haired.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Okay.
He scoops over from his buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on, stand up.
Talk about commitment and loyalty.
Does he stand up?
No.
Stand up. Let's go.
He doesn't stand up. He's like shaking.
I'd need a lot of acid to melt you down, so you're safe this day.
Not if
much
they're
acid
turning
would
us
it
over to the
take?
guards.
Huh?
That's what the other one says.
What'd he say?
Not if they're turning us over to the guards.
It would take a bit of acid. At least maybe a
bathtub
good
full?
sized barrel full. Maybe a half keg. If I
There's
brewed
probably
some
some cakes back here.
if I brewed some really strong. Oh, I bet they do have some. I could brew that up pretty quick.
Relax, I'm not gonna let him boil
don't
you in
relax.
acid.
I can't imagine why.
They're like shaking and tense.
Find some guards.
Yeah.
Walk up. What time of day is it again?
We're about noon now. You guys found this in the morning.
Yeah, just walk up and like, good day and well met, gentlemen. I need to report
Good
a
day.
crime.
What crime?
Cayden has been murdered in the temple of Cayden.
The priest of Cayden?
Yes,
Who committed such atrocity?
that is what I'm looking into right now. There are 2 men being held there by my associates that are responsible for the death of Duke Kingsman.
One guy whispers to the other, and he takes off. We will see to this immediately. You say the Church of Cayden?
The Church of Cayden. I will be back. Which guardhouse do you report to? I will come by and get the information from you later.
The northeast one. So it's on that side of the
And then
church.
just turn and walk off with him. Just like,
Okay.
we're on a mission.
Okay. He takes off towards the church himself.
Okay.
We head to the park, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You get there.
Looking around for him.
It's very pretty. Lush park, very green grass. There's a pond in the middle. There's a couple of cabins on the outskirts, but you don't see, there's actually not even any people here.
Is that unusual?
It seems a little strange. It's like around noon, so lunchtime people often will eat here or whatever. There's nobody here. You don't see Corbin at all, but you don't see any other people either. And yes, for you, you feel like that's a little strange.
I'm gonna look around a little closer in the park then. I'm gonna see if there's any signs of struggle, like if a fight happened here that would have scared people off, or...
You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
I spent a fair amount of time in the wilds.
Yeah.
Any sixth sense that's just ping me like,
No. Seems maybe just an off day. People aren't at this park today. They call them parks.
We'll head to the restaurant next, and hopefully the guards will get to them, and
Okay.
they'll meet us there.
The guard walks into the church.
Oh, that was quick.
Indeed.
Are these the men? He grabs both of them by their shoulders.
Yes.
No, it wasn't us! It wasn't us!
We're not entirely sure of their responsibility in the situation, but we know they play a part. Don't kill them yet, please.
They have admitted to the murder of Duke Kingsman, though.
Have you? That's enough for me. He hefts them up. I have backup on the
That's
way.
easy.
I smile, and as they Or hauling him away.
He's not hauling them away. He's
Oh.
just watching them. He's waiting for his backup.
He says he's waiting for backup.
That's what he says.
Perhaps we should wait for the backup before we go.
Oh, I can handle these two on my own.
Oh, I'm sure. I of that I don't doubt. I had
He
some
looks at you
I
like
have
really warily, like.
I had some conversations with my mistress here before we departed. So
I have a question real quick for you too. How were you given the means to kill Duke Kingsman?
You're asking the guard?
no, the guys.
the guys. I don't think that we asked them that.
I think we did. They were given it from
Correct.
What were they given? That's what I mean.
The symbol.
the med
Yeah,
the
the instrument tool.
Oh yeah. Okay.
to
Sorry.
apply to him.
Yeah. Sorry, so forgetful.
So if you'll excuse us, we'll be over here as we walk away.
Are we going to look for a barrel?
Yes, a barrel. We'll go just outside of the range. I don't trust that there's a singular guard here, and he's not just taking them to the constabulary.
We can follow it.
Well, he's not leaving yet. He's waiting for backup, and I would hate to leave here only to have either the guard murdered or these two men murdered and the guard missing.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a plot that continues to compound on itself, making it more and more difficult.
I agree. There is definitely something fishy going on. We should stay here.
Indeed.
Should we stay here discreetly and act like we're leaving, or should we just stay here?
I think we should busy ourselves so we look like we're not leaving yet, but you know.
Well, I don't really know what there is to do here to look busy.
Well, we can do some science.
Science.
So, and I'll walk back out. While you wait, I have some procedures I need to continue over here. So please, just don't mind us.
Go about your business.
So, and we'll tinker with alchemy. for
10
a
minutes
while.
goes by, and like 5 more guards come into the church. Ah, they're here. We will take these 2 now
Where are you taking them?
to the prison.
In case we needed to question them later.
Well, we will find you to question you, more likely.
If
We
you insist.
are part of the church's investigation into this, so
Yes, we met the... Is it the new priest?
he is
Ah, then we've met him, so we
So-
will know where to find him here.
indeed.
They walk out the door with the 2 guys.
All right, and then let's depart.
How rude.
Get out of here, guys. Get out of church.
I don't know why people insist on talking down to me.
I would never assume as much. So
I feel uncomfortable that we left him there by himself.
Who?
Cayden. Whether for good or for bad, he was the head of your order.
we could melt him down. Then the body would be taken care of.
There's that. Should we go to the restaurant now?
Yes, let's go to the
Let's go to the
restaurant.
restaurant.
I am
Can't be
hungry.
everywhere at once.
I know. I'm just voicing them.
How could you think of food at a
And
time
I'm
like
more
this?
worried about you.
I've
You
seen
got me
him.
into this faith. I feel very confident about that. Didn't really know him very well. He's kind of a jerk, in all honesty. But I'm just more worried about you. So,
I appreciate that.
yep, no problem.
You guys get to the restaurant.
Okay.
It is it's more of an elegant type deal. It's not a cheap restaurant by any means. When you walk in, they greet you, very elegantly. And you know this. I'm explaining to you, not that you've walked in yet. You know that it's very elegant. And they sit down and it's very quiet and that kind of atmosphere.
Okay. And Corbin's a regular here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get there, and I'll look to see if these two have shown up yet.
Sure.
Hello.
They went directly there.
The guards came and collected the two murderers.
Yeah.
They did.
One guard came, and so we waited for those backup to come and take them actually away before leaving them in the church.
Well, let me inquire and see if Corbin's here.
Indeed.
I'll walk in.
Okay. There's a young lady in a very elegant evening gown behind like a table that is, everything in here is nicely done and finished. It's quiet. Every candles are lit on all the tables. It's not very busy. There's people here, but it's not very busy. It's lunch. This is more of an evening. Master Priest,
I'm wearing
how can I help
armor
you?
and
Yeah.
have my shield.
That's
I don't have a weapon drawn, but definitely look like I'm not here to have lunch. You know.
How may I help you?
Is Corbin dining here at the moment?
Oh, Master Corbin? No, I have not seen him here today. Nor in the last 3 or 4 days, actually, which is a bit odd. Do you know where he is?
No, I'm looking for him. I was
Ah.
hoping to have found him here.
He is not here. Are you at the church?
I will be.
I can send a messenger if I see him.
Please.
I will do that. What was your name?
Micah.
She takes some notes and jots it down. Very well, Sir Micah. I will send a note along if he shows up here.
Thank you.
Is he in trouble?
Not at all.
I hope not. I love that boy.
And I will step back outside.
Any luck?
No, he's not here. Not in any of his normal places.
I hate to say it, but there's one person who might have an idea of where he might be.
Who's that?
The one person we really don't want to go talk to again.
There's more than one person that I want to talk to again.
I believe he's speaking of Ezra.
Mm.
He does have eyes and ears everywhere.
Does he?
It might actually be useful to talk to him and ask him about the ring.
I look around.
I know Corbin's actual faith, right?
Yes.
There's one other place we could check.
Where?
Temple. A different temple.
Which temple?
Callistria.
Callistria?
Yes, the Temple of Sex and Rumors.
My eyes light up. What?
Have you not been to the Temple of Callistria before?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you a little quick to choose a church? Because maybe you chose the wrong one.
No, just
There are multiple churches of debauchery.
Argyle's not wrong.
So, then, do you know where it is?
I do.
We'll lead on.
I will.
Find it very easily. It's in the central area of Eastgate. It's actually in the same area.
Is it with
I want to hear your description of a temple of Callistria. Go.
Is it with the other temples,
It
or
is-
just
I'll
by
hear your
itself?
No, it's on
definition
its own. This isn't necessarily a temple district.
Right.
But when you walk into this temple, it is shellacked with a great number of shrubs and hedgery around the outside, as you see a huge steeple that rises to the sky. But it is small. It's very tall going up, and it ends in a point. The doors are pointed at the top. Everything is just shaped in that pointed shape at the top.
how phallic.
You would, but yes.
I look at it.
The stonework is very fine, however, it has not been kept up.
Walk right up.
Yep, doors are open.
Do we see?
This
do we
is
see
his
a lot of
temple?
people
Yeah, he
coming
was-
in or out?
No, but we're in the middle of the day. This temple gets real popular at night.
Indeed. Well, I would say normally after you, but I think our good friend Riker would like to go
Oh.
first.
I'm walking
I have
up already.
patience.
I was
All right.
Yeah, I'm leading the way.
Okay. You walk in. You gonna go in?
No, I'll pause for a second. I don't know if I should be seen in a place like this.
Oh, it's fine. Most kings and pauper are often found in the walls of Callistria's temples at one point or another. They all have the same base needs.
When you walk in,
Rumors and sex.
there are the main cathedral hall, which, like in the Church of Cayden, is very large. It has pews. This has pews, but they're much smaller, and like the hallway, the actual cathedral is very small. There are doors all along the sides of the cathedral, and so there's just rooms all the way down. And then again, the cathedral takes up a lot less room than you would expect in it.
Like a rent-by-hour motel?
Sure.
Is that what we're...
Or brothel, as it were.
A brothel. There's
I look
sacred
around.
prostitutes.
Do they
They're sacred.
have
That's
wasps?
better. My sensibility is like...
All over
prostitute.
all over. Every door is emblazoned with a wasp. The seal on the back wall has a wasp. It's
Probably
carved
wasp
right into the
nest in some of the
stones.
trees that you pass
Yeah.
on the way up too.
Wasps' nests?
They like wasps here.
Sacred animal.
It's their sacred animal.
There is
Wasps.
a young man,
Point
very
back for
very
Cayden.
young. He's in like the full Callistra garb.
Which is
Is
usually
there something we
Which is
can-
usually very
I
revealing.
was gonna say,
Robes,
that sounds like the
like-
It's very flowing robes. It's a guy. It's not on that, and he
bare
is-
chested.
He's not bare chested.
Oh.
He's actually in like a toga that actually covers. He's there to be presentable, and he asks, "What can we do for you?"
Looking for a friend of mine who I know frequents the temple. His name is Corbin, and I give a physical description of him.
Oh, Corbin. He's superfluous, but I have not seen him. Is he okay?
I'm afraid he may not be, and I'm trying to find him to verify his health.
Let me go talk to my superior. And he takes off up the road, and there's a room at the very front. As you go up some stairs, there's a room in the back, and he knocks on the door.
Uh-oh.
Link that has been. Anyway, he knocks on the door, and a gentleman comes out, and he is bare chested. He's got some pants on, and he comes walking out, throws on like a robe.
Walks up.
Corbin, you are searching for Corbin?
I'm looking for Corbin, yes.
We haven't seen him in days, which is troubling to me, as it were. I am Sir Angst. And he shakes your hand.
Micah Hauser.
Micah, I see you worship Cayden, where Corbin stays.
Yes.
We've often tried to get him to stay in the temple here, but he refuses. He seems to be very attached to Cayden.
Well, Cayden has unfortunately been killed. And
No.
we are looking for Corbin to let him know and to also verify, as I said, that he is well, because an attack was done on the temple while I was not there.
An attack on the temple? This is very troubling news. Let me get dressed, and I will send some agents with you if you need them.
I don't think that'll be necessary, but I know your temple has eyes and ears throughout the city.
Quite a few, actually. I will send agents, and if I find Corbin, is there a way I can get a hold of you?
At the temple.
Of Cayden?
Yes.
Very well.
Thank
He
you.
runs back to his room, and he just, it looks like he is like on task to get it done. Let's pause right here. What's wrong?
Nothing.
We got the new link. We're good.
They're
We
picking
fixed it?
up.
Okay,
Yep.
sweet. Hopefully that's fixed.
Our
Appreciate
guys
that.
on it.
Ainge fonts. Fired.
So,
Sir Angst, yes.
Sir Angst.
No, he's a worshiper of Callisto. Angst. He's having it. You'll get it later.
Okay.
Seems we are at another dead end in the search for Corbin.
How many more places could we look?
Ezra would be the next one, then I suppose. I need a beer before we
He's not a
Amen to
real
that.
big fan of us.
Oh, I think he actually is a really big fan of us. I absolutely believe that.
I think we talked our way sufficiently out of trouble with it.
Okay.
So, I guess to see Ezra then, but to get some liquid refreshment for you, gentlemen.
I wouldn't mind one.
What time is it?
Well, we're approaching probably 2 o'clock now in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, it's long overdue.
It is afternoon.
I think I might have one with you this time.
Converting the whole party.
No. Having a beer is not becoming a worshiper.
To,
I mean, honestly, the world's Galarian. Most people are polytheistic anyway, so you know, you have a good ale, you give a little praise to Cayden while you're at it.
There you go.
You're a full-on convert.
to an inn or tavern. Then.
Okay.
Just because you show up at the Temple of Callisto doesn't mean you're a worshiper there all the time.
Go the usual spot.
No, go someplace nearby here.
Yeah.
Temple
Someplace.
of Callisto, there's a place right real close.
Yeah.
They need it. Their church doesn't fill out alcohol like yours.
Is this the same district?
Yes, we're still in Eastgate.
Okay.
Callisto is a fun temple too.
All right. As we're walking, so what do we know so far?
Honestly, I question everything I know so far.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
I don't think we know anything.
Well, we know who killed Duke Kingsman, but we don't know who gave the order exactly. We know they think Cayden gave the order, and though he may have given the order, as unlikely as that seems, it still is a possibility.
I'm not ruling the Lady of Roses out for some sort of responsibility in that.
Right.
We have shadowy figures of demonic abilities. So disguising one of their selves as Cayden is certainly a possibility.
Yep. Need that beer.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking.
That's what I say as we're walking.
Oh,
You get to the tavern.
So,
It's not very far away.
and I appreciate the detail on this, but I'm looking at recent events, and our best witness to the murder of Cayden is her cat. Let's just take that one little piece of the puzzle for a moment and examine that.
okay.
Our best witness is a cat, so far, of all the things that have happened.
A magically inclined cat.
I like how you feel that adds more to that.
Well, it gives us the ability to actually ask questions.
And your rings are in league with Ezra. Either he wants to be or are in the same league as Great.
I recall you telling me that Cayden I recall Cayden telling us that he felt that Ezra's intentions were good.
Right.
He seemed to have an intimate knowledge of Ezra,
Well,
Right.
obviously.
And has
No.
the same ring.
and now he has.
But
the
I feel
same
I don't.
rings.
I feel that the Cayden that I thought I knew, I don't really know at all, because
Indeed.
I'm not sure if he ordered the death of
Duke
Duke
Kingsman.
Kingsman.
At the tavern, is it pretty empty?
Because she has Duke's ring.
Yes. There are some people around though.
I don't have Duke's ring.
Are you
That,
sure?
that was Duke's ring. That is what he said to you when he gave it to you.
I thought it was another ring of the rose.
But it was, he said, this is Duke Kingsman's ring.
He did.
Yes, he did. And he's giving it to you because you're the
So
last
I
surviving
agree.
person. In
I don't
his
think it
domain.
was him that would call it. If they were all part of this, whatever this is,
Right. I don't know.
So,
It's too much for my head to handle.
Cayden gave you these rings, yes?
Yes.
And what did he say when he gave you these rings? Because I was not down there.
excuse me,
It's a link to this order that he didn't name, and that our mission was to protect Corbin at all cost.
He also said that my hometown was burned to ashes. So Copperwood is burned to ashes.
Can we confirm that?
Was it a gnome
I
village or was it multiracial?
no, it was multiracial.
Kingsman's ruling area was burnt to ashes, not the entire.
Oh, I see.
So it's like Manor Home.
Well, he had a big chunk that he was like the mayor of a chunk of Copperwood. He was the crazy, I think magic's going to come and invade us again person. That's why he hires all kinds of magic users to be in his, but he very rarely left his domain.
And the one time he did, he went and got himself murdered.
Isn't it ironic?
His fear is justified.
Maybe we should go there to see what's going on.
Copperwood?
Yeah.
I think we need to find Corbin first.
That would probably be the first.
I mean,
People order drinks for all this.
I'm just saying.
You
Like-
seem distracted. I did not want to interrupt. Is there something I can get for you fine people?
Beer.
Beer.
tea, please.
Tea?
Actually, just
I guess it is the afternoon.
just some
very
hot,
well.
just some hot water. I'll provide my own herbs.
He rolls his eyes. He goes back.
You got the good kind of herbs.
He just points, sit anywhere you want. It's not very busy. There's a few people here and there, but again, it's mid-afternoon, so
When
it's
you
not
when you want something a little stronger than beer, I've got a tea that'll set you right down.
Let's save that for maybe when I don't have to focus on problem solving.
That's true.
I'll bring it all to the table.
Okay.
There's some extra.
So you are now members of this
Order. Members of
No. You have to like agree to be a member of an order.
Right.
You have to know the order that you're agreeing to be part of. Just because he gave us a ring and gave us a sacred mission, like, we still have choice. What?
Do you?
Have a choice?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I could get on a boat and go to Assyrian right now. I have a choice.
Can we? That would be interesting. I hear big things happen down
Plot
there not
shift.
too long ago.
The little bit I know about magics, I just know there are some that will hold you to a bond. That's all I was going with. But I very little knowledge about that.
Can I take the ring off?
Pierre.
Thank
He
you.
walks away.
Oh, I'll take another.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
As-
So I take the ring off.
Another
There you
one?
go. There you go.
Very well.
I reach in and
I'm only wearing the ring for safekeeping.
Hey, I was just making.
No, it's a good observation. I should have been more careful, but wasn't thinking clearly in the moment.
Well, obviously, it's hard to. This beer tastes really good, and I should slam it. Wait for my next one.
Another?
No, this beer.
So, where were we?
More places to find Cayden. Corbin.
Corbin. Ezra.
Ezra.
Any other place besides Ezra?
He may eventually come
I've
back
been-
to the church.
We could check the church one more time.
Sure.
Better ale there anyway.
It just seems like he's the only other connection that tied in with those, right?
Well, and that's what he said we were supposed to do, and I'm curious on why that is.
Well, he had an affinity for the boy. So perhaps it's more of a
Why would he have your daughter's necklace?
that is an interesting thing.
And why does Corbin have his daughter's dagger?
Wait, what?
You said that.
I did.
From the very beginning.
That's right.
Let's add that to the list of things we don't understand, that Corbin seems to have an intimate understanding of you.
Yeah, well, that is a mystery I aim to solve my own self. The thing that really strikes me as odd is, why was he cryptic knowing he was going to die? Why be cryptic in your final words? There's no point.
Some things you don't believe if you're just told outright anyways.
I'm a man of science. I don't dabble in,
Secrets and sex.
Well, no, I dabbled in secrets and sex.
What
It's
was he cryptic about?
cryptic in his. Who are you? Get out of here!
Yeah, sorry about
you server.
Dungeon Master.
Trying to figure out what was so cryptic about the message.
So that's my thought. Is why.
Okay, game plan. Go to the church, look for Corbin. Corbin's not at the church, go to Ezra.
Yes.
Have dinner with Ezra.
Crap.
as creepy as I know, that sends shivers up your spine, I'm sure.
Oh, isn't he sending a coach for you later today or something?
Yes.
Oh, that's... Wow, it's been such a long day. I completely forgot about it.
So, we need to be back to the Dragon Wing Inn for you to be received by Coach. So we'll go back to the church. You can partake in more liquid refreshments.
Sacred meditation, you mean?
Liquid communion. And then head to the Dragon Wing Inn for an evening of fine dining.
Was
with
the
the
invitation
goblins.
just for you?
I was gonna say, remind me. Was I intended to go alone?
It was for everybody.
Everybody, okay.
But I would think he was
I was
more
really hoping it
interested.
was-
He passed on having dinner with her. He was not pleased.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think
He
he was
didn't
more.
like her as much the second time around.
Oh.
Oh, that's right, because she changed colors.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps he was playing hard to
You weren't
get.
green anymore.
She was freaking him out.
So.
Wow, what a racist NPC. Skin color's so important to him.
Did I make that connection?
Oh, yeah. You also weren't doing what he asked, so...
Oh.
Or in the way he thought it should be done.
Being defiant.
He's
I'm
yeah.
a terrible, terrible woman.
So, shall we? Your hometown. Is there a reason why? How did you come to be in the Duke's employ?
Honestly, it's just a lot of people were employed by Duke Kingsman. When you
Sort of the number one employer of the area.
Well, I mean, it's kind of something that you aspire to as a magic user in that area. If you have a talent, it was considered.
So you studied magic under him.
No, in fact, I had never even met him. He's a really private guy. He was viewed as kind of eccentric in our area. We were given tasks by messengers, and everything was fairly across the board. Nothing weird or out of the norm. I mean, he was eccentric, but nothing we were ever asked to do was eccentric. He just wanted magical people in his employ to protect his area. The fact that his residency is burned down deeply disturbs me, because there's a lot of ammunition there.
Because your things were there too?
No, I had my I carry with me what I need. I don't put a lot of stock in. I travel a lot. You learn to travel light.
He would send you out on missions? I'm just trying to grasp what your position with him was.
I think I was recently employed by him when I was sent here, and I really didn't quite understand what I was doing here until I got here.
Well, Kingsman's position in this whole thing is an interesting dynamic. It's what kicked this whole thing off.
That's why I think that we need to go there. I think there are things happening that I had no idea about.
Sort of search through the wreckage.
Maybe there's somebody there who knows more.
I agree. I think we should do that. But while we're here, we should see if we can
I
find Corbin.
agree.
Corbin's
I'm not saying we
number 1.
should leave before we find Corbin.
Okay, well then, are you
I'm done.
lubed up with your
Back to the church.
your drink?
No.
No? You need
Quite
more?
coherent, thank you.
All right. I flip the cup over and set it upside down and get up from the table.
If I have to go see Ezra tonight, I am not going to be any color close to green. I am changing back to brown.
Okay.
Nice, deep, earthy, rich brown.
Gotta go red.
Ooh, red.
Red's opposite on the color wheel from green.
Ooh,
It's as far from green as you can get.
it's true.
Tune in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 2 to 5 to find more about the color wheel. Cheesy plug.
That's bad.
I'll put some red hair on. How about that? The hair will go red.
Okay. You
Head
go back to the church?
Head back to the church. See if there's
Okay.
any messages. See.
The body's still there.
The body is still there.
That's good.
The doors are still open. Don't lock them. So
Do I have a key to the doors?
you do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is your church now.
It is my church. I will get a drink out of the back.
Okay.
That's your
Tastes
beer now.
much better than
And it-
what you had at the end.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went and got one from the back. And I'm gonna walk around just kind of like looking at the church, like I'm kind of seeing it for the first time.
Okay. Daunting responsibility weighs upon your shoulders.
I was thinking about repainting. It's awful looking in here.
It does look really dusky. A dusky brown.
You go ahead.
I was gonna say I'd look through the catacombs, right?
Mhm.
And the crypts, I mean.
Yeah.
So this
So he's
young
not
man
here.
now becomes your charge.
Apparently.
Why does a priest of Cayden seem to have a charge over a follower of Callistria?
Do I know that? Do I know their?
Their backstory.
I thought I knew there was a familial connection there.
Were they like?
There is a connection which you assume to be familial,
Okay.
but you're not sure what it is, and you never asked.
Okay.
Because it was always weird to you.
Okay, so do you
It
think they
seems
were in a
strange.
relationship?
Mm.
I just assumed it was family.
Okay, so you never saw them behaving intimately with each other.
No.
That would just make this whole thing a lot easier to understand.
It would. I just assumed that Corbin was Creighton's nephew or something like that.
Hmm.
So it's more of a family tie that you thought.
That's what I said. Yes.
Well, he's not here. I guess
No
I'll.
messages, so I'm gonna lock up the temple.
Okay.
We'll
Back
go
to
to
the red
the
dragon
Dragon Wing.
wing.
Okay.
The dragon wing.
The Red Dragon Inn.
I'm sorry.
All rights reserved.
Not sponsored.
Okay.
Are there any other acolytes at the temple?
No.
Not at that time.
Just you.
Yeah, while I'm gone, the mop's over there.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So back to the red.
With privilege
Dragon
comes
wing
great
in.
responsibility.
Damn it, you got that in my head now.
Sorry.
The dragon wing in.
Back to the dragon
Okay.
wing.
About 5 o'clock. We're running on dinner now.
So I got to ask myself, what kind of dinner quality do we expect Ezra to have? Is he going to wow us, or should we
Grubs
eat
and worms,
first?
he's a goblin.
He seems like a goblin that wants to
He
elevate
seems to have
his
somewhat refined
style.
taste for a
Grubs and worms
goblin.
on silver plates.
I guess I'll wait to eat then.
In case I'm being too subtle, I don't hold him in very high esteem.
Oh, I got that. He is a goblin, after all.
It's not that, it's who he is.
He's a criminal underlord.
That's it. That's the part I don't like.
It's a necessary part of a urban environment.
It's a parasite.
Some could say that of the mortals in general.
Yes, those who say that are usually those put down by heroes.
Indeed. Well, whether or not we like it, we need him for now. So, what do we want to ask him before we get there?
How
Can I get you a seat, my dears? You're just standing in the lobby.
Table for now. Just we're not staying to eat though.
Very well, very well. We're not quite busy yet. She leads you to a table.
I'll give her a silver.
Oh,
Thank you for
she
the
takes
space.
What do we want to ask him? Perhaps we should get our questions straight before we start
he's-
this dance.
Maybe he's going to tell us something.
Maybe. But let's not assume.
I think there's
We have the rings. Maybe that puts us on equal footing with him.
possibly. Maybe he doesn't know what happened. And maybe once he finds out, he could have an effect that none of us would.
That's true.
It's possible. Are there any burning questions we want to ask him?
Where's Corbin?
So we're going to hit him with the where's Corbin?
Does he know the events of Copperwood, is it?
It's called Copperwood, the town that.
Does he know of the events that happened there? And if someone is hunting down and killing, maybe Ezra's the next target. The people
And-
who wear these rings.
Who would
We
be...
could only be so lucky.
Could that be a connection? Somebody's taking out this Order with the Rose. Who would wield this poison, this demonic...
Have to be somebody very familiar with toxins and the like. Perhaps somebody who arrived in town mysteriously lately.
Here's the thing that bugs me is that
I'm no
from
stranger
what
to
we were
sarcasm.
told about the rose, it was a mocking of supposedly the Maiden of Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's not a mock. Obviously, there's something more to this than just.
Well, lying comes as naturally to Ezra as breathing does to us.
I understand that, but what I'm saying though is, she's the one that said that she was mocking her by having this Order of the Rose and by building the Church of the Rose and all this. But I think there's a hell of a lot more to it than just.
She wanted us to kill Aaron.
Right.
Do we follow through with that?
No, I'm not gonna. Let
Why
her
is that
kill
even
the
a
boy.
question?
I have to
I'll tell
cover
you
the
again.
bases.
I will not let her kill that boy until he actually does harm to us.
It's fair. I can certainly
Harm
see
other
that
than tripping
viewpoint.
and falling on us.
There's other questions I have about Aaron's fact is how someone with his skill.
Gets as far as he does in a
Oh, he's definitely
undead-filled
skilled.
dungeon.
Well, he's definitely got skill. That's not the issue, but he pretends to be more than he is. He's really good at what he does. I will give him that because he's the one that got any further into the crypts than we did.
I'm just gonna say, what if he's the mastermind behind this whole?
He could
thing?
be. He very well could be. Then we'll have to do. Then we'll deal with it what it is. But he seems very loyal to Ezra.
He does. Also, the big player on the table is the Maiden of Roses. Is she tired of being mocked for this Order of the Rose?
Definitely of the opinion that she is not anything when she appears.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's almost.
What if she's a demon herself?
She does wear loose-fitted garb, and demons can
Does that mean all people who wear loose-fitted garbs are
Can
demons?
they
change their abilities.
Can they shift their?
I don't know.
Are you wearing loose-fitting garbs?
They're not tight.
Sometimes I do. They're comfortable.
It allows me to move quite quietly.
Fair enough.
I agree, though, that a woman of her standing would have clothes tailored to fit her properly.
Agreed. First off, you guys gotta find Corbin.
You were not tasked in the same endeavor?
Nope.
Did he have any parting words for you?
Nope. That's all right. I didn't know him from Adam, really.
It's true. You did just kind of stumble in on this whole situation.
I certainly did. Technically, I really stumbled on you.
That's true. Right place, right time.
Yep.
Hmm?
Don't get any funny ideas over there, elf boy.
I've got no ideas other than what's on the table presently.
I am who I am.
Who is that? Who
I
is
told you.
Riker?
He is a rogue.
You classify yourself as a rogue, then?
I have not given you any other inkling of anything else what I do.
Well, what roguish things do you do? Other than unlock locks that are locked.
What are we? We are the fixers of any situation.
Everybody needs a good fixer.
I
Beer.
Ale.
There's a guy this time pointing to your necklace. It's a
The only thing
I ordered 4, yeah.
the only thing I've ever been accused of that I've not done is rob a grave. Which I haven't. Oh, by the way, what do we want to do with this package of notes that we got from the guards? From those guards that were leaning heavy on
I thought we were gonna burn it.
Cayden.
We were just holding on to him.
Well, we weren't gonna. That's evidence. We don't want to, right? Or no, it's a list of names of people we should be very interested in questioning.
Okay, so another whole thing that bothers me as I have another drink of my beer is why were they beating on Cayden in the first place, saying that he was responsible for the death of Duke Kingsman?
Right. Well,
So
we found,
who's giving them that information?
right, because we found the men who...
We're responsible.
Supposedly got those
And by the way,
orders from Cayden.
I'm not that smart of a guy. That wasn't hard. We kind of just figured it out.
And they obviously didn't get it from them.
Nope.
Because they would have apprehended those men.
Yep.
Where did they get the whole list of names to begin with?
I don't know.
Maybe
Is there
we
anything
should
in their notes,
interrogate.
like looking back in their notes, like they would give an indication where they got the information from?
Nothing glaring.
Okay.
Just the names that were listed stand out.
There's a lot of unanswered questions.
There is.
I slam my beer.
We are at the foot of a mystery, so it's all questions from here. So when we start getting those answers, we'll start reaching the peak and hopefully slide down the other side.
What?
I have no idea what he just said.
I wasn't listening.
It's all right. Something about sliding down the other side. Something must have been about the Temple of Callistra. I don't know.
Sliding down the other side of this quandary, this problem that we are faced with, this mystery, as it were.
Your analogies are beautiful. Okay,
Indeed.
so we drink until it's dinner time
I don't
while pondering the mysteries of life itself.
I raise my glass in a toast, and I'm looking at you as I do it.
All right.
To solving mysteries and finding lost loved ones. I take a drink.
I set it down.
See, that to me that says that he doesn't actually want to find his daughter now.
Oh, you don't drink?
He didn't take a toast. He didn't take a drink from the toast.
I toasted.
Never trust an elf.
Oh, that's so funny. After about 5 minutes, him not drinking it, I'll grab it.
Help yourself.
You gonna drink that?
I look at it first, just in case he did a sleight of hand. What time is Ezra supposed to meet you here? Us?
Okay.
Who?
Fast forward to when our carriage gets here.
Sitting in for 3 hours. Okay. It's 8 o'clock.
Wasn't that late? I thought it was like 6.
Oh, wow.
No, he said 8.
Oh,
So we sit here for a while and just chit-chat.
Which you guys did very well, I thought, in the chit-chatting. Hopefully you're not too intoxicated by the time 8
I'm
o'clock rolls
We-
around.
I know
After
how
an
to,
hour, we figure out how to pace ourselves.
I'm a veteran.
I'm not too
I know how
worried
to
about
pace
you.
myself.
I'm not too worried about you. But 8 o'clock does roll around. And you're sitting at the table.
The gnome,
The
however.
bar wench is not pleased that you've sat here for 3 hours.
If we're ordering
We
drinks,
paid for
How
all
often?
of our drinks.
We'll get a few.
You're gonna get a few? Okay, she's okay then. Looks busy.
And I'm probably gonna get a small meal beforehand because I don't
Okay.
trust goblin fare.
Okay.
We totally got to get something to soak up some of this.
We totally
our
do.
style.
All right, I order a round of what's the stew of the day or
Speech is slurred.
hey Ezra.
Yeah, there's stew. We'll bring you a stew.
Stew and some bread.
I'll
Okay.
throw a few silver at this.
Soak up the gruel in their stomachs.
Hey, you gotta get like a nice big bowl of stew and then lots of bread to go with it. Have a nice meal. Nice small meal.
So you finish all that and 8 o'clock rolls around. Now that we decided we were gonna eat because we were here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
We're like, how's it? Oh, 8. Oh.
My stomach's really empty, so I'm good with eating because I've all pretty much been barfing all day.
That's right.
Because he's been sick.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Got sick.
Wait for the coach to show up.
You outside?
We'll
Wait,
check
he's not-
occasionally.
Okay.
He's not going to send someone in to get
Yeah,
us?
it's not like a coachman is gonna come
No.
in.
No one comes in. You wait till 8. No one's there at 8.
All right. We'll check out
We'll
occasionally.
go outside and check.
When you go outside the first time, there's a coach sitting waiting in front of the inn.
Oh. I walk back in and finish my beer, and then I'll tell everybody that it's here. Yeah, I walk back in, sit down, drain it. It's here.
Pick it up.
She's a little tipsy.
Put on a fresh lab coat. Let's go talk to a goblin.
Let's go talk to a goblin.
So do you just not drink?
Oh, I do. Certain things. Just tavern ale has not. I've not had good experiences with tavern ale.
He's picky.
I'm an elf.
Particular.
What is your drink of choice then?
Tea.
No, I meant a drink.
Have you? I heard the chuckle from the back. Production. Quiet back there. Have you not had some strong herbal teas?
Only when ill.
There's some that can open your mind in a way that ale cannot.
Yeah, I'll stick to fermentation. Good.
Yeah.
But that's all part of the chemical process. I mean,
Not a,
I will
I'll
let's speak at length on this. So let's
We have
let's
places
go.
to be.
I think it's up.
Maybe we'll have to try some of his herbal tea one of these days.
Oh yes.
I was just wondering, to be polite when we order around, what we could get him.
Oh.
I have drinking.
Sure, you
I
haven't had
didn't.
anything
I
yet.
never noticed.
I did
you
have some
wanting-
tea. Some of the tea earlier. Woo. I do drink Elvish ale on occasion.
Elves make ale.
Oh, they do. They do. As well as wine.
I'm familiar with Elvish ales.
But I didn't want to be too
They're
typical.
more famous for their wines, though.
They are. It's more of a...
To be truthful, though, I've always favored, when it comes to wines, gnomish dandelion wines.
They do brew quite a dandelion wine. See? Herbs from nature made into...
fermentation process. Tea.
all
is
part
not
of
a
the
fermentation
process.
He has a good point.
It's generally not thought of, yes. So, all right. Let's head to the carriage.
We should go to the
He
carriage.
walks away. He doesn't.
I wonder
want
how
to-
long it's been waiting out there for us. It's weird.
One last look into the bar to see if anyone's actually just watching.
I'm just saying.
Perception check.
Right here on the character sheet,
Perception check.
alcohol lore. I'm not rolling. I'm not looking.
17.
Woo!
18,
22.
22 as
Notice
well.
Anybody like
22?
out there
22 team.
looking at you?
No, we're good.
No,
Okay.
seem good.
I don't care enough to roll.
There's the
Mike is not
coachman hops down off of the top of the coach and opens the door for you.
Is he a goblin too?
He is not a goblin. He is a human.
We only saw him, Ezra's.
No,
Oh,
there
we
were
saw a
goblins
lot
down underground. There was a bunch of
Oh, that's right.
And actually a bunch of,
Has like a
Mixed
little
races that were all
sweatshop
down
of
there.
goblins.
Sweatshop of goblins.
oh yeah,
It's his club hideout. Club Ezra.
what time is he expecting us?
As soon as we get there. He's actually holed up and busy at the moment. He expects you right away.
Busy with what?
You shall see.
I would have felt better if he told us none of our business. But the fact he said we
I
shall see,
agree.
it sets me quite at
Is there a
ease.
weaponsmith on the way to where we're going?
No.
You're gonna get
Sure,
him to
but
stop
it's
at
8
a
o'clock.
weapons.
Is the coachman a human?
I'm
Yes,
just curious.
Okay. So I'm gonna sit with my back to the front of the coach,
Okay.
facing back, and I'll knock on the little panel that separates us so I can talk to the coachman too.
Okay.
So what's your favorite drink?
Stout ale made at the Church of Cayden. Hear, hear. He raises his fist.
Now you don't have to answer that way just because I'm here.
Cayden makes the best ale.
Well, that's true.
Everybody knows it.
That's true. Now you say tavern ale doesn't sit well with you.
Now you'll
The
remember
coach takes off.
Yeah.
as we're talking, Cal will say, you'll remember I did have some of your Cayden ale from the church when you offered.
I can't say that I remember that,
Well, I did.
but I had been drinking. In my defense.
I've been drinking too.
We know. So it's not all ales.
It's just the tavern ales, which tend to be a little more watered down or not-
other.
Yes.
I have also seen. So yeah, I'm not completely opposed to ale. I just didn't want the tavern ale.
Fair enough. As I said, I was just trying to be polite and find what I could order when we order around. What would sit well with your constitution?
So, oh, not much.
Roll perception.
16.
Everybody.
Oh. I'm assuming I'm paying attention to things.
Oh.
You're not, so you have a very high number.
Did you get a 16?
I did get a 16.
16
16
club.
club.
24.
Way lower than all that.
Okay.
11.
You notice that you're not going to Ezra's house.
What district are we going to?
You're still in the same district.
Eastgate?
You're not. You remember, because these guys all seem to be distracted, whether it be from the alcoholic beverages they consumed all afternoon, or the
3
chat
hours
that they're going
is
on.
not all
Man.
afternoon.
But you
Talk
remember
about
that
daydream
we
when it's a bad
are.
thing or
We
something.
were supposed to go to his home, not wherever it is we're going.
Do I? I'm not probably as familiar with the city.
You aren't,
That's what I thought. Okay.
but you know in general.
Okay.
That you're not going to where you were last night when you talked to Ezra.
I'll say in a very low voice, we're not going to Ezra's house.
I'll look out the window. Like, I know where the hell I am in this town.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I look out the window.
We're not going to Ezra said we were going.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I don't know this town as well.
Ask him where we're going.
Where are we going?
We're going to the hideout. He has changed the plans.
The hideout?
Well,
Well, wait, that's the first place we saw him at, right?
He,
The hideout?
he pulls up to, yes, you recognize where you are now, where they took you, where you fought the two flunky
Okay.
guys that
Oh, I thought that was in
fell
the,
on their
I
swords.
thought that was in the coins.
No, that was not his hideout. His hideout was in an Eastgate.
Because that's where I was in the coins when
You were in the
No,
coins, but
you
we
were in the
weren't.
coins,
We
they
were at a different place.
Yeah.
we were in the place with the fountain.
We were at this place.
But you get to where you recognize this place,
As where we fought his two wonderfully trained guards.
who really didn't do well against you.
Well, our
And
training
They just
started.
didn't have the heart into
There
it. They didn't really
are-
try.
20 armed men outside the door. The coachman gets down, he
This is
opens the
more like
door. He's expecting you.
Step down.
The crowd parts. The door is there.
I suddenly feel very sober.
As I look at them all, and then they part and show us the door. How much of a hideout when you have
20 armed guards.
20 armed men standing out front? And I walk to
Well,
the door.
They
Let's
speak
get this
nothing. They
over
kind of
with.
stare at you funny, and they just have their hands on their swords, but
I open the
they
door.
seem
And
to be expecting you. Door opens.
after you, Madam Tukes.
Thank you.
Gentlemen.
I'm gonna let her go first because
I go
I'm
first.
polite.
Okay. As you walk in down the wooden staircase that goes into
I'll follow
the...
right behind.
I'll
follow right
let you
beside
guys go
her.
next.
I'll be
Okay.
last.
I was gonna.
I'll take my customary escort role.
Okay.
Excellent.
As you walk down the stairs, you see exactly what you saw before, but there are a lot more what seem to be guards. And the guys inside have their weapons drawn.
I whisper in a low voice so that these guys can immediately hear me. The other option is the fact that somebody has heard of yet another murder of a Rose Order member and is now super paranoid.
You continue
Keep
on,
walking.
you see the goblins counting money in some chambers and some people playing cards in other chambers. And again, you see the plethora of races amongst all of these folks. There are just a lot more guards, and it is just obvious. You walk to the end of the staircase, somebody meets you. Master Ezra is waiting for you. It's a human again. And he quickly, it's not Aaron, he quickly walks you through, and as you notice
Do we
these
see
things
Aaron
as
at
he's
all?
walking down. You don't notice Aaron.
When the guy says that, I'm like, "Excuse me, is Aaron with him?"
Aaron is not with him. Aaron is out on surveillance.
Well, so they're not up in arms about us.
No, I believe it's paranoia.
He takes you down,
It's a good thing we ate before we
winding,
came.
and you go down another staircase that's actually stone that goes like 2 flights underground. It seems a bit far away, and there's a huge stone door. And he takes out a key from his underneath his coat. It's attached to his neck, and he works the lock for a long time. And
I make
then-
a mental map of where we're going, and then I
Yeah.
give up after about the 6th step down. I lose count again.
There you go.
You're behind me.
Too much
You're behind me.
alcohol.
I lean over my shoulder, sort of back, and go, Ezra's gonna be dead. And I wait for the door to unlock.
Are you threatening?
You're up front. I'm talking to him.
My eyes just get real big, like,
And I tap the side of my head.
He finally gets the door and he pushes the door open. And he points to the inside.
Ezra in there?
I don't know, do you walk in the door?
I look in the
I
door.
look in the door before I walk in
There
the
is
door.
a table and Ezra is behind it. He's pacing back and forth. There are 4 guards in there.
I look to you and go,
Well, come in, come in.
I'm so confused.
I'll walk in.
We're later than we should be. Let's have a seat. Have a seat. Guards, and there's like 20 guards in the room with him. And he says, "Go ahead."
Where's Aaron?
Oh, what?
Where's Aaron?
He pushes the guards away. He doesn't speak to you. Go, go, go! And the guards all kind of hastily exit. It's stand at the door. Stand at the door. And the last one pulls the door shut, and you hear click, 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 click as it's being locked.
Did we just get locked in here?
And as you look around the room, it's very bare. There's a desk in one corner where it seems there's a bed in another corner, and there's a table. It looks like he's been kind of holed up here for the past day. As he looks in, he says, "Well, sit down, sit down." There's drinks sitting
Before
at
we
the
do
table.
this, you might want to know that we were propositioned to kill Aaron, which means someone wants him dead. Which means
Oh my boy, somebody wants us all dead.
you might want to
It's
recall
not just
him.
Aaron. Oh, they'll have a time catching Aaron. They'll get into this place before they catch him. Well, sit down, sit down.
Probably go with this.
He's like very fiddly,
Doesn't even want to
winding
know.
his fingers.
Apparently not.
so apparently you've heard of Cayden's, not Cayden's death, of Crichton's death.
Yeah, of course I've heard of Crichton's death. Who do you think I am?
Well,
I run the whole damn city. Sit down, sit down.
I move to the chair and sit.
How long have you known that Crichton's been dead?
Well, since probably about 5 minutes after it happened. We're locked up here to give us protection from whatever the hell it was that got him.
I have the ring on again.
That's what I was just gonna ask.
Yeah.
I see he's initiated you, and you too.
Does that now place a mark on their
Poor bastards.
backs as well?
He fiddles with his ring too. He
So what
just
is the
starts.
order?
Listen, the story's a long one, but you need to hear it.
Give us the short
I
version.
don't know how much time we have. Feel free to ask questions as I ramble on. And drink, drink, drink.
What's on the table? What kind of drink is it?
It's a nail. It's doesn't look fancy,
Smell
but it's
it.
a nail. It's taverny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at you.
I shake my head.
So it seems you two have been added to the order, what's called the Order of the Rose. The Rose. It's a secret society dedicated to protecting that which matters the most in the world.
What's that?
Just bear with me
Okay.
for just a
Sorry,
minute.
you said
I'm the one who
Prophecies-
said we could ask questions.
You can, but just wait till I get to the meat of it, and we'll ask a lot of questions. I don't know how much time, and he's just like
Okay, go.
pushing out his words. Prophecies may not seem to come to pass any longer, but they are still out there, and they still come true, whether you believe it or not. When Eridan fell, it was the order that took upon itself the greatest of secrets. Eridan's legacy left behind through his lineage.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Does that make sense?
I thought he was the last Aslan.
That's what you were proposed to believe. You really think the last Aslan didn't have some kind of, offspring? There weren't people out there that wanted to sleep with him? Come on, let's get real. That's what we protect. Those that were his children were hunted by every evil that this planet has known. The Order is tasked with protecting them, ensuring their survival. It is not known to anyone, including the Dark Powers. They get protected from whatever evil or whatever it is out there. I don't even really know. Corbin is of that lineage, which I'm sure you can now divulge and understand.
So you're telling me Corbin is a direct descendant of Eridan?
That's what we believe to be true, yeah.
Believe?
That's
or
what we
prove?
believe. It's what I've put my life on the line over and over again. It is rumored that his mother was actually with Eridan when he failed, and somehow she escaped.
See me pull out the notebook.
You may pull out the notebook. And she disappeared. Since that time, he has been raised by members of many families of the Order for over 200 years. There's a fair game of magical memory modification and all of that, and I don't really understand it, but the boy thinks that he's got a new family every time his old family dies. How that works, you'll have to ask him. I don't really know, but they watch over this person. Corbin seems to be the last one left. As far as we've discovered, there's only 4 of us left. Kingsman, Cayden, myself, and a guy named Antok.
So 2 of you left.
Exactly.
Well, now 4 again. So
Notice there are 4 still.
So-
yeah, that's a thing.
So have you planned then when you die who gets your ring? And I look at him, look at Cal, and I look at Riker.
It won't be Cal, but it very well may be the gentleman next to you because I don't know what's going to happen to me. We were the
Nothing's gonna
Watchers
happen
of
to you.
Corbin, and we believe that at this time there are no other survivors of Eridan's lineage, nor any order that protects. To make matters worse, it now seems that the maiden who you've met and her minions have discovered our secret and know of Corbin's history as well. We're not sure how. Micah,
He's that weird crystal ball she got.
Question.
yeah.
Why would she want Aaron killed?
Well, probably to get at me. She doesn't like me a whole lot.
I can understand.
the Maiden of the Rose.
That's the Maiden of the Rose.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
Micah, I know Cayden intended to tell you all this himself. He gets a lot quieter, but he was caught short. He cared for you very deeply. I also see that he has tasked you with his life's work, and I suspect Madame Tukes, as Kingsman's lands have been decimated by demonic fires. It's what we know. I don't know what happened, but somehow this is all starting to rain down in the matter of hours. Somebody found out something, and now members of the Order are being hunted.
Is it
This
by
commitment-
Lady of the Rose?
We don't know. The fires were of demonic origin. We know that. I don't know how Cayden was killed. Maybe you do.
So
I know.
what?
I know what kicked it all off. We had a direct hand in that.
Do you want the orb?
I am talking about the orb of divining nature handed to the Lady of the Rose, or the Maiden of the Rose, who suddenly, as soon as she got a hold of that, all this started happening.
Kingsman was already dead.
Kingsman was, but she might have known about that beforehand. I don't know. It's a theory.
She had that orb a long time ago. Aaron stole it from her, so I'm not
Oh.
sure the orb had a lot to do with it, but I don't really know.
Okay. All right. It was a working
The
theory.
commitment
but-
that you guys have taken on, and that we hope you will take on, and he points right at you,
Riker's squeaking out of the.
is not to be taken lightly. Corbin has gone to see Antok in Cadera. I directed him to do so. He seeks his answers.
Is Antok going to tell him the truth?
That's what I fear. Corbin doesn't know of his lineage or his place in the world. It's been hidden from him for these 200 years. He's also not ready to know, in my opinion. Antok, though, may tell him. If you notice, Antok isn't here with the others of us that are dedicated to this. He left.
So if you didn't think he was ready to know, why did you send him to Antok?
Oh, I sent him to Antok so he could find the answers of who's after him, and that Antok will tell him.
Okay.
However, my big concern is Antok will also divulge the truth, so you have to catch him before he goes. He gets
I'm
there.
tracking with you.
Yeah.
Now.
Who's Antok?
Antok is the 4th member of the Order, who left.
Got that.
Okay.
Who is he?
Who is he?
He is a mage of great power. He did not believe we were doing what was in the best interest of Corbin as we cycled through his families. I can see the argument behind it. It's a serious, maybe, infraction on our part, but we were trying to protect the boys' innocence. As you notice, if he's 200 years old and he still looks like he's 20, it's a major issue.
Human? Elf?
Antok
Right.
is a human.
Thank you. What does he look like?
He's tall, he has long blonde hair.
Okay, so there's many people in this world. Do you
So
have
you need to send. You're sending us now. Is that my understanding?
Your job is to protect Corbin. And since that's where he is, that's where you probably should go.
Aren't you coming with us too?
No,
Isn't
I
that your
cannot
job?
come with you.
How about this?
It is
You go
now-
with them and I'll take over your
He takes your
organization.
ring, is now your job. And he hands you the ring.
It sits on the table for a second.
He doesn't set it on the table, he holds it up.
You're leaving the man hanging.
Why did you?
I
don't know what's going to happen to me. It's our job to always assure that there are 4 protectors at all times.
Why? Why protect him?
Corbin?
Yeah.
If he's the last
Did you hear the
descendant
story of
of
the descendant of Eridan? The boy may be the one that needs to save this world at some point. Obviously, there's a serious
there's
power
a
behind him.
prophecy. Okay.
Yes, that's why we talked about prophecies.
Okay.
But we don't
So-
put a lot of emphasis on them because not a lot of people take us seriously nowadays when we talk about prophecies.
Well, I understand
For a
that.
reason.
Of course. Because it's the age of lost omens. Prophecy's not such a
Right.
cool thing nowadays.
Why did Cayden order Kingsman to be killed?
Cayden didn't order Kingsman to be killed.
Someone, the people who killed Kingsman said Cayden told them to do it.
He looks a little surprised at that. I haven't heard of that. Who killed Kingsman? You found them?
we did.
Two
Why did-
men, they're being held, and I give them like the location of the guardhouse where they were taken to.
He actually takes out a pen and he actually jots some notes down. I'll have my men take a look at that as post haste.
They said they were doing so under the orders of Cayden, who gave them the symbol that was then stamped to his chest and killed him. Alchemical in nature. And our
I'll look into that. This Antok that you need to find. If Corbin gets to him first, I don't know. He needs to talk to him. His whole goal when he left this city was to find out what the purpose of Eridan's legacy might be. His children.
Antok.
Antok was trying to find out what Eridan's legacy would be. That's what he went to Cadera to try to establish and find out. Whether he found out or not, God's only know. I don't know, but you need to be with Corbin.
How did Corbin travel?
Corbin took a boat.
I have responsibilities here. The Temple of Cayden can't sit empty.
Your first responsibility is to protect Corbin as a member of the Order.
While you ponder that,
You can ponder that.
so why was the elite guard of the city beating up Cayden when we came back this morning?
The Inquisitors.
The Inquisitors, saying that he was the one that killed Kingsman and had him on a list with other names.
You could
I
provide
suspect-
it.
And I
Yeah.
throw him the book.
Okay, this is the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He rifles through it. Yeah, I suspect that a cover-up's been done, obviously. The maiden, as you know, is extremely...
What is she?
She's a demon.
Called it.
Demon of great power.
Demon who can't wear a decent outfit.
Well, she can't change her form.
Hmm.
You know, the church I put up was simply to rifle her feathers.
It's a dangerous.
He chuckles a little bit.
Makes more sense now.
She can't change her form.
No,
She can't.
She cannot.
Can she use illusions to make herself look different?
No, she cannot.
So her face is what her
But
face is.
she's got a whole team of demonic power people, whatever you want to say, that might be able to do such things.
Damn, I should have stolen from her.
So we need to go to Cadera.
So, the heir of Eridan, right? Is that a big deal?
Apparently. I don't know if I believe it.
I just rubbed my face. It was a big deal, yes. I was born right around that time of Eridan's fall. So the aftermath was quite awful.
If it's true, it's a big deal. Not sure I believe it myself. I signed up for the rose as it was passed down to me by generational happenstance. As
You
you
should-
can see, I'm not really that dedicated to the
Really?
cause.
You're not. And I like look at him and I look at the ring that he
Just gave it away.
just gave away.
You should know the things that killed Cayden were very shadowy in nature and were able to disappear apparently after the deed had been done.
Well, I imagine so. That's why we put up magical berries around the outside, and I have like 7,000 guards just protecting me from getting the shaft and the same thing done to myself.
Probably shouldn't lock them all outside of the room that you're staying in then.
Yeah, that's... He's just fiddling now.
Not making him feel too good.
Okay, listen. It sounds bad, but you guys can do it. There's a boat on the south docks.
Is it a fast boat?
It's a fast boat. It's my fastest boat in my fleet. Everybody roll perception.
Plus 5, 20.
24.
20.
Your side.
9.
You guys hear behind the door a disturbance, and it doesn't sound good.
I don't.
You do not hear that.
I immediately go to the side of the door and try to... So which way does it open? This way or this
No,
way?
it pulls in towards you.
Pulls in to the right or to the left? I want to stand on the opposite where it is, so if someone
It's
comes
locked.
in... I know.
Oh,
Nailed it.
I just want to be on the side,
okay,
just in case.
okay.
Apparently your time is coming to an end. Is there anything else you
Whoa.
need to tell us?
Grim.
Oh, I will fight through this, but you should go.
Of that I have no doubt.
He starts to
But
fiddle with something on the floor, and he moves carpet back, and he pulls open a stone door. When you look at it, it just looks exactly like the floor. Go to the south docks. Find the boat. It's got my symbol on it. Well, your symbol and yours. Well, all three of your symbol. You help them.
I have one question. Why did
The noise is getting loud.
why did
You
Cayden
hear it now.
have my daughter's necklace and tells me my daughter is not dead?
Your daughter's necklace? I have no idea. We're not talking about your daughter. We're talking about Corbin. Now go.
Come with us. You'll be able to find some information there.
Well, it does seem like I am part of this now, so I will continue on.
Swept up on the tides of fate. There you go.
Go!
I go down the stairs.
Okay.
After you,
I pop
John.
my head back up. Are you guys
I
coming?
wait like I'm standing with the shield out, hand on the rapier hilt,
You go
watching
down?
the door. No, I'm waiting.
Let's go.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
I'll go.
All right, I'll go.
After they head down, then I finally walk down. And I walk down the stairs, but keep my eyes on the door.
Okay. He closes.
I was hoping to break in before I go. See what
The passage is dark.
Can you light a light for us up there?
Yep,
Back there.
I can.
You two could probably see.
Well, he's higher up
We
on
can-
the stair. I'm going downstairs, right?
Do you have
Yeah,
dark
he's
vision
high up on
or
the stairs.
low light vision?
I have low light.
What'd you say up there? Sorry.
Low light's not the same as dark vision.
True,
We're
true.
underground.
I break a
I think it's
sun
low
rod.
light.
Now it's bright, and you can all see. The passage is narrow and thin. You can all stand up in it. The stairs are cut out of stone. The passage is cut out of stone.
Okay.
There seems to be only one way to go.
I'm holding it up in the center of the crowd.
That's the way we go.
How come you didn't want to use your shield?
He just beat me to it.
Oh,
Walking
I thought
down.
you were like, we're purposely not using it. It made me feel curious.
No, sorry. I was just contemplating what was happening up there still.
Mm-hmm.
So you scamper on down the stone path.
Yes, as
Okay.
fast as we can.
As you come, there is a light that you can see out towards the end, and there is a portcullis. Right before you get to the portcullis, Aaron pops in front of you.
Finish the job.
Take note of his appearance. He no longer has a long sword attached to his belt. He has a short sword
boy.
and a very fancy dagger. And he says, my friends, I see you have been tasked with great responsibility. Follow me. We shall make our way to great adventure and rich treasure. And he takes you down a side path, not towards the portcullis. And we will stop there. And next week
I
we
go
will
back to the
find
hole.
out
I'm gonna
where
take
Aaron
a
takes them,
valiant
or if they leave Aaron, because they may not trust this guy at this point.
We just start
shall
stabbing
see.
them.
I trust.
That made
Oh, do we need to roll initiative before we leave? No. So Aaron takes him down the side passage. We will catch you next week. Thanks for joining us this evening. We appreciate your patronage. If you could throw us a like, a follow, a subscription on Twitch or on YouTube, that would be fantastic. We are trying to push that 500 number, and everything we get from you guys helps us to stay on the air. We are going to raid this evening, so please.
before we do that,
just kidding. Hold on.
Pitch our giveaway again.
Oh, one more time with the giveaway. We have reached 250 subscribers on Twitch. Followers on Twitch. That was our initial goal. So we are giving away Aeronautica. Check it out. It's a great board game from Games Workshop.
And other things.
In order to qualify for that, you need to go to the website chaoticnight.com. In the top right-hand corner of the website, there is a link that says more. It'll drop down to contact. Click on the contact and subscribe either on that website or email denoctum@chaoticnight.com. And give us your information so we will add you. We are doing that drawing on Tuesday at 6 p.m. on KNN for the drawing. And there will be a lot more drawings coming up. So make sure you do that. Once you do it once, you're in for good. And that's how we're going to do our subscription and our prizes going forward. So
Be sure to
check
tune
that
into
out.
Primed and Ready.
Tune in to Primed and Ready tomorrow at 2 o'clock for some gaming information
We actually
and
back for that,
expert tips from Master Painter Chaos. Again, thanks for joining us. Throw us that subscription or that follow on Twitch or YouTube. We appreciate it, and we will see you back here next week for the next edition of The Realms.
Have fun at Hyper RPG.
Dun, dun,
Good
dun.
night.
Where we hit the high
And we are
seas.
rating, so check it out. Make sure you talk in the
Bye.
next station.